So I had this greetings, everybody. It's your boy Elijah in the building. What's going on? Hope all is well. I had this epiphany, right? All, as well as an idea that came to me about doing this. I want to turn it into a movie. I want to turn it into a play, but the idea is in my head, and there's many links to this chain that of ideas that I have going on. But I wanted to approach this idea as if there's Twilight Zone music playing in the background, and it's like an afterlife atmosphere. And what I mean by atmosphere, there's an afterlife conversation that takes place, and in the afterlife conversation, the God, the grand creator, is asking the human being, so how did you enjoy your stay on planet Earth? And the answer would be, in the most realist conscious state, is a thank you for consciousness, because the conscious awareness is what brought me to the state of understanding how the planet is, right? And what's taking place on the planet. So, but in explaining to God, to the creator, and this is more of a conversation, not complaining, more or less, and not complaining, but this is just a real conversation. Like, well, yeah, there's things that's going on there on planet Earth that has a lot of significance to it. Like, take for instance, instead of the human being enjoying the creativity of different races, there's this thing there on the planet which they refer to as racism, and then all the other human beings are segregating the planet by race, and they're all in these segregated places and giving names and applying names to the earth. They are taking parts of the land and calling it their own. They have this thing called money, and it's currency, and it buys different parts of the land and different parts of the planet. And those who don't have it will almost do anything for it. It's like the currency god. They have people to where they have the gift that is given to mankind. They take their gifts and they pedestal them, and this the big I little you thing, that syndrome that's kind of going on the planet. A lot of songs, the music is being made to turn man against man, and this is all just on what they would refer to as a negative state. And then you have the positive state, which is consciousness. The people that are waking up and seeing this as a total misunderstanding on the planet. Like, why are we doing this? So you have both sides going on the planet, and this is like the Twilight Zone on planet Earth. You have government. The planet is governed by what they refer to as these fewer people. They got this thing that they call percentages. And these 1 or 2 small percentage of people is with this thought in their heads that they're in control of the majority and masses of people that are there on the planet. They have this thing that they use called mind control. And everything is governed by money. So it's quite funny, the experience that I had on that level. But what I am so grateful for is the Savior, which is consciousness. So it was an experience, and it's ongoing. Um, it's so true. The metaphor, the blind leads the blind, and everybody fall into a ditch. But consciousness calls you to move to the side and look at things and see things for what they really are. So there is a twilight zone going on the planet. But I thank you for consciousness.